Another workshop Wednesday for Soarz, yet another champ 1 to 3. Can't say I've ever seen Soarz play here before, so don't know exactly where he's at. Not a problem though. Champ 1 to 3, it is another 2v2. 2v2 seems to be pretty common. The good thing about 2v2, it is literally just ones with passing. So a lot of ball chasing, a lot of good pressure that you can apply, learn how to determine spacing and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe. Not who I want. This guy. Go. Your camera is very, very low. So touch here is good. Going for that second touch isn't any good. So this touch right here, I like. Your teammate's trying to do something I don't agree with, but by playing it in the corner, it's safer. But as soon as that ball goes up, by using all this boost, even if you do get a touch on it, it's just going to bounce and land right here for the other team. There's a guy back here waiting for you to make a touch on this. You're expending a ton of boost for nothing. So just let this settle. There's no point in trying to go for a second touch there. You go up immediately. Good. So far, this is definitely looking like higher, like champ 3. You're playing against Vince. I don't know if it's the actual Vince. Good touch. Yeah, this is definitely champ 3. Just the decision to wait on the map and go for certain touches. Also, be careful on how much boost you grab because it's putting your teammate in a rough spot. Good flick. Follow up is there. The fact that you're committing to it is good. You try to run interference. And wait for this to develop. Quick aerial. You're not doing that in stride. So if you want to beat him to the ball here, that slight stop there is what allows him to get to it first. It's very, very subtle, but as soon as you turn here, you're going to see it. Turn. You stop. You can see the brake light, right? That slight stop here is what forces you to miss this. It does allow you to line up the aerial a little bit cleaner, which slowing your approach is good, but by completely stopping, or the fact that there's a difference between slowing down and stopping, or like actually hitting the brake. If you're approaching the ball and you just let go of your acceleration, you're going to slowly glide or like gradually like coast into it. But by braking, you're killing your momentum on purpose. And when you do that, going into an aerial is going from a standstill and bad things happen, right? So you stop here, which forces your aerial to fall a little short, which makes him beat you. If you don't stop there, or if you slow down instead, you're good. Make sure you play this a little bit wider. Your teammate had the touch on this. Let him expend his worth before you try to take it. So that ball comes across. He's still able to recover and go for it, but you cut him off, which causes congestion here. You're trying to get a quick counterattack on these guys who are both one who's going to be rotating this way, one who's now finally turning going this way, right? So try to play this a little bit around and support him rather than trying to think that you need to go and take it. You are a little chasey. Trying to pitch it off the wall. That pre-flip still allows you to get to it. Should be a goal. Don't agree with you going boost. As soon as he hits that, go follow it up. You have a great opportunity. You have one who's trying to recover and come back down. You've got one that's going to do the same thing. You need to make sure that you maintain possession of this as quickly as possible. So go and try to get to that ball as quickly as possible. Instead, you go wide and you take this boost, which is where your teammate's actually going to be landing. So now your teammate is in no man's land. Still win the challenge. It's fine. You're making sure to boost through your dodge, which allows you to get there faster, which is good. Alright, give him somewhere to pass to. Right in the middle. You commit anyway. I don't mind somebody who's going to commit for these, because you never know in unranked or ranked or, you know, whatever you're doing. Unless you're like in a really, really high rank, you just never know who's going to whiff. So by committing to it, I can understand. But my recommendation on this is you have two people there. One who is going to come across to get it from here, another one who's going to cover it here. There's no way that you're going to be able to hit this underneath or across into here. So just wait. Wait for this to develop. Because if they save that, it bounces up high and you still can get an aerial. You go wide. Nothing there. Your camera angle's so low to me. So weird. Good patience on this challenge. You bought a lot of time for your teammate. You can also do the same thing if you do it sooner. But flip reset. Pass across. Your teammate doesn't go for it. I don't know why. I don't know how close that guy was. Either way, you end up hitting that one, which causes a back pass too. This touch, I get it. You've got a guy who's about to challenge, so you're just playing that across. You end up getting a little bit too far behind it and play it behind. But the idea to play it around is good. You committing to this is a bad idea. You should see that this player has a beat on you. Unless you get like a dunk. Like you need to come across like this and then challenge this way while he's coming across so that it hits here. But with the way that you're challenging, you're trying to meet him at the point of where it would go, which is just a huge whiff. The difficulty of playing fast is still being able to recognize when you shouldn't go for challenges. But the benefit of fake challenging is it buys you time, so you can continue to play at that fast pace. That's scary. Back into net, it's good. That's just a good shot. So the difficulty of this whole situation, right, is you see this touch happen. So you think he's going to smack this downfield, so that's where you want to go. But instead you back up. So you go forward, you turn around, and then you're going to half flip. If you just kept driving and turning around, you're going to get there faster. And if you go far post, you're going to give yourself more time to read this. Because that ball's lofted pretty heavily. You cut so short here. You're ending near post, not even in net, and you're still backing up. If you would have just rotated around, you could have been able to make this and make a save. But that back and forth that you see is just a clear indication of out of position. Good kickoff. You get the boost. See what you do with it. Air roll. Way too far. So, you've expended one player there who's now out of the play. You now have another player challenging, and now Bandit is back in, right? So Bandit's going to go to hit this. You can easily click some of these pads. Or even some of these. So like this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Rather than going back so far and getting your corner boost, you should be able to pick up plenty of these to where you're able to then cut back mid. Because if you're staying here, when that ball gets cleared out, you have the ability to punish it right away. You're trying to sustain that offense as much as possible, but by that ball landing just about half field, like they're now plenty of time to, as you see, make a play in midfield. Now you guys are on the, technically the defensive, it's just, they mess up pretty heavily here. Trying to go for a demo. It's good. Sweep in. You slow it down. So like this is when braking is okay. Like if you're coming in pretty quick like this, braking there to slow it down and then kind of slow your approach. This is great. It's what you want to do. It's going to make it easier to hit aerials. Challenges are going to be easier. You're not going to commit too hard. Teammates made a lot of initial mistakes, but the fact that he's able to recover has been pretty good for you guys. Could be a much worse game. Good touch. Nice goal. Thought that guy cheated up. Good. Don't go for that. Oh, he landed really bad. I thought he landed the other way. Never mind. I take back what I said. So when he lands on this, I thought he landed. Batmobiles just look stupid. I thought he landed on the wall so he could go back up, but he landed with his nose facing this way, so he had to turn around. So, yeah, as soon as he lands weird like that, like you see him landing down, yeah, definitely go for it. You'll beat him every time. Also, don't jump into that. I see you jump here. You want it to come off the wall. So when you jump here, you're pushing it, so you're going to hit the ball here, and it's going to hug the wall and keep going around. You want this to come off. You want it to basically pop up here and bounce down. It's going to make it harder for him to read. Plus, you want to give him some time to go back, or even better yet, give yourself a chance to actually hit this. By not using your jump and just smacking into this, you can come off the ceiling and then go for it, or you can recover and make a play if you need to. But by jumping, you are launching yourself. If you just get underneath it and hit it with power, might work a little bit better for you. Either way, same result ends up happening. Try to beat him to it. You're pretty far away on that. You got to be careful. See if they punish you guys. They don't. I can't get over how low your camera is. I would increase your height just at least a little bit. Oh shit. So what happens here? Teammate gets beat again. So as soon as you come here, you're gonna see the hesitation rocking back and forth. That's twice that you do that. That kills all your momentum again. So making sure that you go up on the wall. Your whole purpose is to cut it off so he can't play this inside. Go on the wall. I'd rather have him play it close. But at least put yourself to cover off one. By being here, he can play it over the top. It's too easy for him to just play this wall and in. Cut it off here. You can always go down. But that back and forth causes issues. And then you hug the wall and it ends up getting scored on. That sucks. Those are the worst ways to lose. Comes across. He's not going for it. That's a goal. Oh, that's so unfortunate. That ball just went too far. Close, man. Yeah, you play aggressive. You play quick, which is two important things. The only thing is making sure that if you are going to make decisions, commit to them. There's a lot of times, though, when you do that back and forth thing, just keep that momentum going and completely turn with it. And then hopefully you don't play with that other guy. That other guy kind of screwed you up a couple times. He played some really weird stuff, but for the most part, man, keep playing quick and just work on that consistency. Good overall, man. It's more so when you like when you it's like here. So like you do an example of it right here, right? So rather than stopping, going back because you get beat and then like half flipping like you did the last time. So like last time you went like when the ball was in your side. Let's do it this way. Actually, we'll do ball cam. So there was one time when the ball was coming this way and you went here, then you half flipped and then stopped here. But on this one, you end up doing the same thing instead. Instead of going backwards and half flipping, you just keep your momentum and curve with it. You just got to continue with that, right? So like you come across, if you go up on the wall, you can then stop this angle and try to meet the ball as it comes across, rather than doing this weird back and forth thing where it comes over anyway, and then you roll off of this, and then just bad stuff happens and they score, right?